Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another Walking with the Master Sunrise message. Today's message is entitled 3 Steps to Starting Over in Life, or Refreshing Your Life, especially during the virus restrictions that we still face around the world. This is going to be a 3-minute to a 5-minute message, so play it all the way through and then play it back with thinking with ink. Get yourself some paper, take some notes. In the middle of the word think is the word ink. In the middle of the word ink is the word in. So think with ink and you'll remember what you thought. Let's start this way. There's 3 ways that we can start over in life now, or 3 ways we can refresh our life and begin anew. Number 1, we have to have the courage to see our life as it is. Not worse than it is, because there are people worldwide that are having more difficulty than you're having in your local community, wherever you live in the world today. So make sure that you're seeing your life as it is, but don't see it worse than it is. Don't become a pessimist. And don't become an idle optimist either. But there's a thin line between the pessimist and the optimist, because they both have faith. One has faith that's going to get worse and there's no need to do anything. And the other one has faith that's going to get better and there's something to do. So the first thing you want to do is avoid fear when you're refreshing and starting your life over. Fear is an illusion, F-E-A-R. There are some things to fear. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time and a knife and a gun is there, or your physical body is threatened, that's a different kind of fear. That's a flight or fight situation. I'm talking about the worst fears is the emotional fears, the imagined fears, the fears that aren't even happening, and the fears that never will happen. We have world fears versus God's peace in our life. FEAR stands for false evidence appearing real. And most of the time it is false evidence appearing real, or FEAR can be false emotions appearing real. Imagine when you're watching a TV show or watching a movie in a movie theater. What goes on the screen is imagined in your mind, but your nervous system can't tell if what you're watching is really happening or vividly imagined. So we get mad or sad or glad or excited or fearful. Do not let your mind run away with you. I would hope the older we get, the wiser we get, because we learn about fear. Now, to some people, FEAR is forget everything and run, and they see that. And some people, FEAR stands for face everything and rise above it. I think it's important to understand, are we living by fears or living by faith? So number 1, have the courage to see your life as it is. Don't see it worse than it is. Take inventory. Number 2, develop the inspiration in your mind to see your life better. I call it the upper room of the mind. In my home, I now have an upper room that I think from and I teach from and I counsel from. But before I had an upper room in the dream of my home, I had it in my mind. So develop the inspiration to see your life better. Faith isn't faith until it's all you have, but the very moment you start playing what if in the positive, things start getting better. What if I did this? What if I did that? Find the things that you can do that'll make a difference in the life you're holding. You have to have a vision. Now, we all have a vision that we're following. The only question is what kind, so tune your vision up. The vision we hold in our mind of our future is the promise of what we will one day have. So keep the vision alive. Now here's number 3. After you've had the courage to see your life as it is, after you've had the inspiration to see it better than it is, then it's time to make a commitment, make a decision. Number 3, make your life better. When you commit and you decide, when you decide to do some things, you automatically decide other things you're not going to do. I challenge you to expect more from you than others can imagine. I challenge you to get around the right people and avoid the others. Here's 4 ifs that you can do as we unwind this. Here's something you can do. You can make a decision to learn more than you know. If you want to earn more money, in the middle of the word learn is the word earn. If you really want to learn faster, in the middle of the word learn is the word ear. So when you listen right, you can learn more and you can earn more. But most of all, whatever it is you want to make better in your life, there's a way to learn something about it. And then, of course, number 2, if you're going to learn something, the important thing is to try what you've learned. When you study on purpose with a purpose to learn something, then your attempt to try is more focused. So I go one step further. I don't just try, I strive. I strive. That means I keep trying again and again until I achieve that of what I'm going after. If we try with all we know, we get better results. Number 3 to this 4 ifs that make life worthwhile is if we stay. We've got to stay in something committed until it's over. For instance, the day's not over until midnight, and so many people, especially the people who could least afford it, are sleeping before midnight instead of studying up to midnight. We have all day, all week, all month, so we must stay committed. And number 4, if we care, we must care more than average, because average people just care average. People don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. So it's important that we care. Which brings me to my closing comment with you, because I care. If you want to have a better future the next 1, 3, 7, 10 years, make up your mind what you want. It's called the be, do, have. Whatever you want to have, you make a list, and automatically your mind will start telling you what you need to do to get what you want to have. And then your mind will start telling you what you need to become, what you need to learn to get what you want to have. Make sure that you write down, where do you want to live? You're not a tree. If you don't like where you're living, move. You're not a tree. And then number 3, what would you like to give back of your success in life to your family, to your friends, to your society? These are the questions you want to ask yourself. So I want to ask you this. If there's anything that I can do to help you, then I want you to know you can call upon me and ask me the kind of questions that you can't talk with anyone else about. I'm here to help. Just click on the link at the bottom called Help, and then I will be there to help you. And by the way, click on this link at the bottom called wdjs.world and find out what's going to happen January 1, 2022 in our World Crusade. You're really going to like this. We have developed a program to share with the world what did Jesus say without the religious influences of it all. Just the words, just the things he shared with those who loved and followed him. Once again, if there's anything I can do to help, click on the link called Help and go to wdjs.world. If you'd really like to sample this material that we have called What Did Jesus Say? Put in Hear His Words and you'll get a free audiobook download. Put in Read His Words and you'll get a free ebook download. Let us know what you think. This is Reverend Christian coming to you from the Grill, Jamaica, saying, with God, all things are possible, wherever we are, all the time, when we pray believing. And it doesn't matter to God what country we live in. What matters to God is how we live in that country. Goodbye for now.